Like,
I hope you keep this part in the video.
like,
Veronica's bloopers.
no, I got the
I'm
power.
gonna make my own videos.
You've been saying that for a year now.
That's true.
Casey, what are ICFs?
An ICF or ICFs it stands for Insulated Concrete Foundation. Typical foundation has forms that are usually reused over and over again. The forming company would come in, put the forms up, put the rebar in, whatever needs to be done, pour the concrete in, take the forms off and reuse them on the next job after. ICFs, insulated concrete foundations, are foam blocks which are separated by plastic webs. There's all sorts of different companies that do them different ways, and you can get different widths in terms of how much concrete goes in between the forms. You can also get add-ons into how much foam goes on one side or the other or both sides. The idea behind the ICF is that it ends up reducing your framing costs. So if you do an ICF, insulated concrete foundation, you form it up, there's all sorts of rebar that goes into it, you pour your concrete in. When you're done, you take off all the braces that are holding it together, and then your drywall on the inside can go right on top of that because there's a web every 8 inches. There's a plastic web where you can screw to. And then on the outside, you can rasp it and do an acrylic base coat like stucco type material on the outside. It's more expensive than a foundation, but you save costs on framing in terms of the interior work. We've done full ICF homes. We've done a lot of homes that just have the ICF foundation. It all depends. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. There's 100 different ways, a million different ways to put a house together. But ultimately, it's pretty well Lego blocks that go together with rebar, with concrete inside, and then it doubles as your framing. So you put your drywall or finish on the inside and you put your exterior coating on the outside.
Is this a relatively new way of doing a foundation?
No, ICF's been around for a little while. My first experience was probably about 13 or 14 years ago now when we started doing them. Before, I don't know at that point if they were new or not. Obviously it was new to me at that time, but I'm not sure how long they've actually been around. We could probably find that pretty quick. Should we Google it right now?
In Europe following World War II, wow, as an inexpensive and durable way to rebuild damaged structures. So the first polystyrene ICF forms were developed in the late 1960s with the expiration of the original patent and the advent of modern form plastics. So the first patent was in the 40s, but then it wasn't the
same materials.
Exactly.
Interesting. There we go. We learned something new today. So it's been around for a while.